It's news time. My name is Mr. AnderSiN, and this is Indie News with me, Mr. AnderSiN, for January 3rd, 2019. We just have so much to talk about, honestly. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to publish this so everyone knows that we're live. We're going to invite everybody in to check out what we're doing. So super excited. 2019 is here, and people are starting to really pump things out. One of the top stories of 2019 is Travis Gibbs' Dog Days, a Zootopia crime story noir. We're going to start our news with that.
Welcome to the Dog Days Kickstarter, a crime noir tale that follows a pair of canine detectives embroiled in a cult attempt to murder and skin its citizen. Meet Barnabas, ran on the job willing to help, and a crime too big and too sinister for him to handle. Meet Wolf, a hard-beat detective who's been on the job for a long time, not excited about Barnabas on the case, and she has her own problems with the litter of pups on the way. Animals being skinned alive, taken somewhere sinister, as we explore into the dark noir world of Dog Days. With Dog Days, we have some amazing pledge levels that we want to get you connected to. Here's just a few. For just $10, you can get the digital PDF of Dog Days. Just $20, you can get the graphic novel in print, all 120 pages shipped to you. For those who love the bad guys, we have an exclusive Kickstarter cover called the Butcher Edition. If you want to be in Dog Days, now is your chance. Have a cameo in Dog Days as your favorite pet or as yourself, as whatever animal you want. Hurry now, pledge today, before it's too late.
So now that is our project manager for the Advocator, which, you know what? Okay, I know you guys want to know. You've heard the name Travis Gibbs. Let's show you some of the other stuff Travis Gibbs is doing right now. And this is like big news too. This week we're featuring Binary Star as our story of the week. Check it out. New video. Advocator presents Binary Star, this week's featured story. The mismatched interstellar heroes of Binary Star drop in on a wild party on a black market planet, but while they're building giant tequila ice luges and getting into territorial bar fights with dogs, a psychopathic seductress secretly stalks them from the shadows. By Jamie Primack. Also featured on this Kickstarter is Mary Revised, Grimwood Crossing, not broke down yet, The Void, 0.5, and Modern Testament. All right, and you guys can see all the amazing stories that are on the Advocator, and we have a brand new deal. Ring in the New Year's with the Advocator. It's a $19 New Year's deal, so you get to get the standard cover, which is amazing, and if that wasn't enough, you're going to get to be able to pick 2 other covers. That's right, it's insanity. It is too good of a deal to pass up, and it's only for a limited time. It's to celebrate the new year. And we've been doing a lot of press about this, so I'm super, super excited about it. And here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you a look at the rewards, so you guys can check out. Oops. Oh, it doesn't let me do it. So yeah, I hate that it does that. But here are the reward sections. Sometimes, you know, because it's my project, I can't back it. So here are the reward levels that you guys can see. And since it's Binary Star week, let's take a look at what Binary Star is, because some people might be like, well, I've never heard of Binary Star, which is Jamie Primack's work. So let me bring you up to speed, and let's show off what Binary Star is. There you go. And this was successfully funded a while ago, and here you go.
Hi guys, my name is Jamie Primack, and I'm a comic artist, writer, illustrator, and so-called space goth. I'm also the writer and illustrator of the sci-fi webcomic series Binary Star, and this is my first ever Kickstarter, so I'm really excited about this. Binary Star is a sort of a comedy drama, something like Emperor's New Groove meets Enemy Mine. And it tells the story of a hot-tempered bounty hunter named Zaki, who is trying to capture an alien outlaw from an icy planet. Unfortunately, it turns out that every other bounty hunter in the galaxy got the same memo, and Zaki starts to realize that if she wants to turn in the bounty for this so-called snowman, she might have to become his #1 protector first. I launched this series last February, and since then I've been uploading 3 pages a week, and I've never missed a deadline. So we're actually on our 8th chapter already. I've also had the first 6 chapters printed as individual floppy comics, and we've sold more than 200 copies, so I think it's time to take Binary Star to the next level. I really want to collect chapters 1 through 5, which I consider to be Act 1, into a single trade entitled The Big Cosmic Joke. I'm hoping to print 400 trade paperback copies of this book, plus 100 limited edition hardcover copies. But both versions will contain an additional 10 pages of bonus material never before seen, including an encyclopedia about aliens that we've encountered in the series, world-building lore, bonus art, and of course a thank you page with the names of all the amazing people that contribute to this Kickstarter. Additional rewards will include the first ever art prints for Binary Star. I recently taught myself how to digitally paint, and so these are 2 of the 3 illustrations that will be available. Obviously on better paper than this. Other awards will include a PDF version of the series, stickers, original sketches, commissions. Because, up until now, I've done this entire series by myself, penciling, inking, promoting it at conventions, and I've just always dreamed of seeing it collected as a book. But unfortunately, I just cannot take this series to the next level by myself. I need your help to turn this dream into a reality. If you can pledge, you will have my eternal gratitude. And if you can't pledge money, that's okay. Just spread the word. Anything that you can do to help, I would really appreciate it. As with any Kickstarter, this is all or nothing. So I really want this to succeed so that I can share this book and these illustrations with you guys. So again, anything you can do to help, I'd really appreciate it. I'm so excited about this, you guys. You all are amazing. I love you. Thank you so much for listening.
Sorry about that for the Facebook audience. Stupid alarm. I hate the new alarms in phones. They don't work the way they're supposed to. You swipe up, and instead of actually swiping up, which would eliminate it, it decides to instantly make it like redone or snooze. No, I want it to go away. I gotta see if I can change that option. But this is indie news. Let's check out our indie news stream and see what we can talk about. I'm telling you, there's so much going on today. So let's get excited. This is, of course, our last show of the week. It's a Thursday show. We do a Friday exclusive Facebook only show, but because it's Facebook only, we try to hit everything right now. We give you as much as we can. It's not going to be a shorter show. This is probably going to go a full half hour. So if you don't know what's going on with Dirk Manning, he gave you a newsletter, and everything is different now. You got to check it out. It's a good read. Kind of brings us up to date. And what I'm talking about, we'll talk about in this program. So keep that in mind. Dirk Manning, we're going to talk about it in a few minutes. 2019 is gonna rumble. What does that mean? Well, the Rumble Kings are coming back. And I am excited for one. I can't wait to see what they're up to next. The XCT is not backing down either in 2019. They're coming in hard. And they got some great stuff, and you're going to see it again in just a few seconds. This is just today's stuff. We're going to go over some of the stuff this week, and there was some great stuff this week. Help shine light on darkness. This is Bandersnatched. And yeah, bad stuff's happening. It seems that indie has become the fan art to mainstream, where they like something, and I guess they look down at us as something they can just take from. Oh, look what that person does. I'll just use that in my show. And of course, proving this to be something that is really happening versus something that is imagined happened is going to be an argument for people. But sometimes when it comes to the Luke Cage and Victor Dandridge's Samaritan and how closely related those seem to be, especially in the first few episodes, it really seemed to be more. And I remember watching it and going, oh my God, that's like the Samaritan exactly. And I don't remember ever seeing Luke Cage that way. And I've seen Luke Cage, and he was never that way. So I don't know. I'm on the side where I think Victor Dandridge had his ideas borrowed, and while I have not watched the newest Black Mirror, which is a shame because Dirk Manning turned me on to it, and I really like it. I don't even know if I want to watch it right now because of all the drama. So basically, they took something clearly from Dirk Manning. I mean, these things, it's just too close. It's too close to call a coincidence. There are things that are coincidences, and then there is what happened. And yeah, I'm not thinking that they're not related. Just from what I've seen and how Dirk has lined it up, and other people who have seen it have said to me and have said publicly that they see it too. You know, and it's one of those things where, unfortunately, I do think it's a situation where a company thinks they can get away with it. I'm sure there's a writer out there who felt like they weren't doing anything bad. Maybe they thought they were doing, you know, Dirk Manning a favor by giving him a shout out. And taking someone's hard work and you reusing it is not a shout out. Having them maybe read a comic book like what happened in Chicago Fire, that would be cool. So this is breaking. We're going to continue to bring you updates on it as soon as we hear them. But it's time to make some noise for Dirk Manning. It's time to get angry about what's going on. You know, it's bullshit. Bullshit, I tell you, that anyone thinks that they can take anyone else's hard work. I am not a fan of that. We have recently decided that we're no longer going to allow even fan art on our site. So we've taken a step to dedicate ourselves to be fully indie, 100% indie. And I'll tell you what I'm doing actually right now. Let me just finish this. So we're going to be fully indie. I'm super excited about the fact that we're going to be fully indie. And I am disappointed. I am disappointed that this is even a thing in 2019. They should have just hired Dirk Manning. If the writers couldn't do it and they took Dirk Manning stuff, Dirk Manning should have gotten the job. Plain and simple. That's it's not cool. It's not. And I'm hoping more will come of it. And I'm going to reach out to Netflix myself and see if I can get a comment. Because I want to know. I want to know how this could happen. So, all right. So what I was doing is I'm turning on a watch party. Watch party. I think I put the wrong thing in. Oh, fully. What is fully? I got you. I thought I put a title in wrong. Valerie, what does fully indie mean? It means we won't be covering DC, Marvel news. We won't be covering news. Valerie asked us in our watch party group what fully indie means, and what it means is the fact that we're walking away. No more Superman fan art, no more Batman fan art, no more art of DC or Marvel properties. We want all indie. We want all new. We want to be the indie advocates. We don't want to advocate for Marvel and DC. And it's not because we're not fans of Marvel and DC. It's just that Marvel and DC have their own very powerful ad agencies that can allow that to happen. Plus, they have all those other websites that have their name indie in it that talk about mainstream comics all day. So you got that too. So we'll bring you more on this Bandersnatch situation as it develops, and we look forward to hearing back from Netflix. Although I wouldn't hold your breath. I don't think after what they did here that they're necessarily going to talk to our site. They're probably going to look down at our site, which also means that I'm probably going to be motivated to reach out to other sites that maybe they will be a little bit more open to listening to. Maybe a Variety or Empire or other, maybe even a Sci-Fi. Maybe we should reach out to Sci-Fi and see if they're covering this. So stay tuned. We're going to definitely try to rattle some cages and make some noise because I want this explained. I want at least Netflix to the right thing to do is at least give them a credit in the credit sheet so Dirk Manning can have an IMBD page. But if you're not going to give him an IMBD page credit, if you're going to give him that, you might as well give him some money too. Just fair. Pay the man for his hard work. Speaking of hard work, in 2019, you will be able to catch the falling star. What does that mean? We're going to have to click the link to find out what's going on. And speaking of what's going on, is Niobe 4 is now available at Drive-Thru Comics. And that is awesome. This is a great series. I'm actually going to be doing an interview, or I'm going to be interviewed, I should say. So weird. I'm usually the one doing the interviews, by the creator, Larry Patrick Haynes, this Friday. So stay tuned for that. We'll be, of course, promoting that. You'll see it over the weekend. I'm super excited. I've been on like a press tour of over the last week promoting the Advocator. So I'm super excited about that. Speaking of super excited, get super excited for the Chronicles of Panda. Con #1 is coming to 2019. That's right. This is going to be interesting. I don't got a lot on it, but I'm interested. Just that art's got me in. And if you're a writer, this is for you. It's a writer's open call by Ariana R. Cherry, and she is feeling dreamy. What does this all mean? Well, you're going to have to click the link and try to beat me out, because I'm going for a spot in that. This year, I'm going to try to join everything. I'm going to have the Jim Carrey yes year. Of course, I'm not going to say yes to everything, but I'm going to try to say yes to everything that is indie comic related. And speaking of indie comic related, join Brian K. Morris in Smashing Words. So check out my man, Brian K. Morris, if he survived Cookie's wrath, because he didn't get off the Nevermind the Furthermore when he was supposed to. But I think he'll survive. Bruised and beaten maybe, but he'll make it through. And come join him on Smash Words. And make sure you're following Brian K. Morris. He is the rising tide leader. Fuck 2018. Make 2019 tainted. And you can do that by pledging for the Tainted Kickstarter now live. So I'm going to give you guys breaking news. Okay, no one has heard this before. This is just for you guys in the news. And of course, when it becomes something, it becomes something. But I'm going to be doing a review of issue #1 and 2 of the Retro B Wrestling comic book Lucha Mystery, which is available at Indie Planet, Comixology, and Drive to Comics. I'm super excited for this. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm a fan of the art. I'm a fan of the B movies. I love B movies. It's a, what do they call it? It's the something pleasure. Not dark pleasure, but something pleasure. I can't think of the term, but it is something I do enjoy. I love B movies. They make me giggle, and I can't wait to review this book. You should see this review probably sometime next week. So you have something to look forward to. Speaking of looking forward to something, now on Kickstarter, a change of perspective. This is a very powerful Kickstarter, and you know what? I am so motivated by what this Kickstarter is. We're going to break. We're going to break from the newsfeed. That's right. We're going to break from the newsfeed, and we're going to give some love. Brian K. Morris is here. He did survive. Brian K. Morris did survive Cookie's wrath. But I don't know how beaten he is. I'm sure we're going to have to – we'll see on Monday how bad the beating was for not getting off on time. But let's check out this honest change of perspective. Come on, Kickstarter. Play your damn video. There we go.
Hi. Welcome to our Kickstarter for our 2-time Glyph Award-winning character, Ajala. I'm Stephen Harris, artist and co-creator of Ajala.
I'm Robert Garrett, writer and co-creator of Ajala. For those of you not familiar with our intellectual property, Ajala is set in an alternate reality, New York, Harlem. And it's about a 13-year-old girl who finds out that her parents are part of a group that has been educating and policing the community since the 1920s. Knowing that her great-great-grandfather was one of the founding members, Ajala joins the group called the CSC and becomes a junior member in training.
This next chapter, which will be a double issue, issues 5 and 6, will be a more gritty, hard-hitting rendition of our story. We will introduce new characters and expand the roles of familiar characters. We want this to be a tool to help young people grapple with today's realities.
Moving forwards with the Ajala story, we will be looking more at current events such as police brutality, housing, community, and family. With your help, we will be printing, coloring, and lettering the collected edition of Ajala.
Please contribute and share. We promise this will be a cutting-edge story in a series of adventures for Ajala. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so everyone talks about diversity in comic books. I always hear it. We need more diversity in comic books. And I don't know what people are talking about diversity in comic books. They just aren't looking at indie comics. Indie comics are amazingly flush with new talent and just overflowing with amazing diversity and creation. And it's not turning other characters who had been once pre-established as someone else. No, 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 no. This is something completely different. This is something more powerful. This is something that can lead to real change. I said it on Brian K. Morris's Never Mind the Furthermore. By the way, Brian K. Morris let me know that the word I was looking for was guilty pleasure. Now I understand why I didn't forgot the term, because why would I be guilty about pleasure? I just like pleasure. And he even said, except I rarely feel guilty about anything. That's my boy, Brian K. Morris. And Valerie's given us hashtag guilty pleasure. That's actually probably a hashtag. And Valerie said, I like it. Hashtag fully indie. Hashtag new talent. Exactly. Something new. Let's get rid of the reboot. I mean, okay, the new Spider-Man was pretty cool, but they put a new Spider-Man in the spotlight, which is what I wanted. Something new and fresh. So Marvel's kind of getting it, at least with its movies. Comic books, I heard something about the Fantastic Four, and it's not going to be good. Indie Advocates presents Kickstarter Talk, January 2nd edition. That's right. We talked about all the amazing Kickstarters. There's a Kickstarter called Advocator, if you guys haven't heard of it. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I got to say. I'm not even in it, so it's not even like I'm trying to tell you how good it is because it's my work and I have to. No, I'm really impressed by it. If it sucked, I probably would have been like, yeah, I'll just be over here, guys, in the corner. You do your first issue. I'll do my second. No, this is fantastic. Travis has got a story. Chuck's got a story. As a matter of fact, let's do it. Let's check out the stories. We got to check out the stories. The stories are awesome. Okay, here we go. The Winter Advocator has Welcome to the Void. Zero is one side of the coin. Here's the other by Chuck Pino. And not broke down yet. Everyone has a first day at work, even mobsters. Check out Travis Gibbs, Not Broke Down Yet. Mary Revised. If someone you love died, would you remember them for who they are or who you wanted them to be? By Joseph Duas. And Modern Testament, the ancient story of Noah and his dark ark gets reimagined, and his ark, not dark ark, his ark gets reimagined for the modern world. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. And Grimwood Crossing follows the monster hunters in the Wild West. That's right. And this is a great story. I read all of these. I'm super excited. In this short story, they hunt down the ghost of a witch that has been haunting the trail into the town. Apparently, too many interviews. My voice is starting to go on me, and I'm listening to my voice and not reading like I should be. I can read most of these, though, off the top of my head. I'm really not reading along. This is all from memory, most of it. And here we go. The mismatched interstellar heroes of the binary star drop in on a wild party on a black market planet. But while they're building giant tequila ice luges, which was a big controversy in a recent interview that we had, me, Chuck, and Travis. Travis didn't know there was an ice luge in it. We're like, you're the project manager, man. They're building giant tequila ice luges and getting into territorial bar fights with talking dogs. A psychopathic seductress secretly stalks them from the shadows by Jamie Primack. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful. Look at this. Look at this art from Jamie. Look at this art. And here, we're going to have to actually do a reload. Quickly reload. Look at that beautiful art. Look at that. Look at, oh, I'm a fan of Jamie. She is so awesome. You want to know why it's so impressive? She does the coloring. Okay, this is her coloring. She does the lettering. She does the art. She writes the story. She is the one-woman package of indie comics, man. Absolutely thrilled to even be associated with this person, let alone call her my friend. She's awesome. This is her week. Please back her cover. There's a little bit of a rivalry going on between the creators because you can actually get their individual covers. So we have that $19 deal where you guys can pick 2 covers. So back this right now, and you can get the Jamie Primack cover and then one of these other ones. They're all great. I mean, you got a Modern Testament cover. You got an Into the Void, which is like Karate Kid related. Grimwood Crossing, which has just got skulls flying in the air. And even the not yet broke down, is fantastic. For me, I would do the Binary Star one, and I do the Grimwood Crossings. That's what I would do. Do those. Don't tell Travis I said that. Don't tell Travis I said that. But those 2 right there, today at least, right now, those are my 2 favorite. And I got to move on. I got to move on because I feel like I've cheated on someone or I've not given my children enough love. Grimstone. I got Grimwood Crossing in my head now. Great story. Grimstone is coming. What is Grimstone? There's not a lot I can tell you, but look at that dude. He's badass. It's like that guy from He-Man, the Beast guy, but he's like orange and he's really mad and he's got like skulls on his shoulders. I want to know where the skulls are from. Are they real skulls? Is that someone's head? Did he kill someone with that big of a head? I'm all in. And we mentioned this, right? Travis Gibbs' Dog Days has launched with a great treat for backers. I'm sorry, I don't think that is available for you guys. The day one thing, I think you guys missed out on the day one. But knowing Travis, he'll give you some more stuff. Let's see how Travis is doing with Dog Days. It is definitely a four-legged treat. Actually, in fairness, in this story, they actually don't walk on four legs. So. And it's a Zootopia crime story noir. I like that. That wording is kind of sexy. The way the words like just linger together. They got 50 backers already. Oh my goodness, this is on fire. I don't even think we're not even officially 24 hours in. Ooh. Okay, so it's 24 hours. So there's still time for the day one special. You guys can still get it. And you can see I got my thing. So there's only 92 minutes to go, guys, though. Only 92 minutes. So if you're watching the news, oh, you're so smart because you're going to be able to do it. Yeah, her line work. Brian K. Morris says that Jamie doesn't need coloring. Her line work is exquisite. I absolutely agree. Jamie is fantastic. I love the fact that her story is black and white. The right story, black and white, really does something for. And I'm kind of playing with that with my newest comic. We're gonna do that black and white with just a touch of color every so often, because I really love that style and I thought it would really pop. So we're definitely gonna be doing some cool stuff. Stay tuned, Brian, for that. You're gonna love this because I know you're a wrestling fan. You're gonna love that story. I gotta get with Damien today, see where we're at. All right, so the day one thing is still on. Act now. Don't say I don't give you guys stuff. I give you the ins. And start the new year with Mr. Crypt. Who doesn't like a skeleton running around causing trouble? I know I do. And if you're looking for something a little more on edge, check out Starbastard. And it is ready. It is up for pre-order and previews right now for March release. So, wow, look at that. Starbastard has made it to the previews, made it to the show. Speaking of making it to the show, Drexel is coming to Kickstarter February 4th. I know you guys are super excited. Nathan Kelly did an amazing job. And Drexler is back. And speaking of being back, here it is, the big announcement from XCT. I teased you about it a little earlier in the show. Breakout is coming. Oh, my goodness. There is a gigantic event for XCT that's coming up. And it's a great press release. You got to read it. You got to hear what's going on. Do it. Do it. Do it. Speaking of Binary Star, and remember in that video that we watched earlier in the show, for those of you guys who hung out with me this whole time, well, there's a payoff right now because Binary Stars Chapter 7, 8, 9 from the amazing Goth Space Odyssey is delivering Chapters 7, 8, and 9 of Binary Star has arrived just in time. Super excited. It includes all 22 pages of the original comic plus 6 bonus pages featuring never before seen process photos and behind the scenes stories. Ooh. And Chapter 9 contains all 32 pages of the original comic book plus a whopping 8 pages of bonus material. Take my money now. Oh man. And mind you, I knew Jamie. I was a fan of Jamie. We did her original Kickstarter. Some of you guys might have recognized it. We have definitely been a fan of Jamie for a very long time and super excited about this new, like, you know, all I ever think of is take my money now. Shut up and take my money. Zombies were human too. We are human too. It's a crowdfunding countdown that is actually coming. Let's see. How much time is on the clock? Monkeys, play the video. No, it's not a video. Let's see. The countdown. I don't remember. When is it? We're going to have to go to the page. So we're going to click on the link and we're going to see when this is. And January 4th. So it's, oh my goodness, it's tomorrow already. So we got to share it. We got to share it. We got to share it as a post. We got to get it out there. Join the fight. I don't know if it's fight. I don't know how to frame this one. Support zombies' rights. And we'll see how that goes. We'll share that. So that's my boy, Austin. Great guy, great creator. Can't wait to see him again this year. And super excited, man. It's going to be a good year here. I got to hang out with him at his panel at Kissimmee. And Kissimmee is another show I want to kind of get back to. I got to ask Brian about that. I wanted to kind of help them steer that into a better show if I could. The Realm is back on January 5th on Kickstarter. Check it out. This is fantastic. The art in this project is, oh my goodness, beautiful. Honestly, I'm jealous. I want this art in my book, but I'm afraid to ask how much it is. It's that beautiful. Jolly Jane can now be yours, and it's at Big City Comics. That's the super smash hit from last year. Is now available to the general public for the first time and is yours to get at Big City Comics. And if you guys want to check out another casting call, and this is another one that I'm going to be doing. I already applied for this, so we're not fighting. We're not fighting for a spot. All of us are fighting for a spot. This is going to be cool. This is going to be inspired by Dante's Inferno. Don't tell anyone. I've never read Dante's Inferno, but I know enough about it to fake it. So this is Red Stylo presents Open Call for most diabolical comic anthology. I heard diabolical. I'm like, I'm in. Inspired by Dante's Inferno. Featured on Kickstarter, Unkillable Joe. What's Unkillable Joe? It's a fantastic book, but time is running out. I'm not even sure it's still live yet. We're going to have to look. We're going to have to look. Let's see. Actually, I might be wrong. It might not even be a Kickstarter. I think this is an Indiegogo. But let's see. I think time is almost over. Let's see. We're going to go right to it. And we're going to see if it's still live. So maybe we can announce that it's actually officially funded. Oh, nope, it is Kickstarter. 4 days to go. Let's take a look. We went this far. Let's take a look.
What's up, everybody? Just hollering at you for a second about my book, Unkillable Joe. Should be out very, very soon. It's going to be out by the end of the month. I'm going to make a little Kickstarter for that. Basically, I was just going to release it digital first and then later print it, but a lot of people wanted that print sooner, so we're just going to do a tiny Kickstarter, get it printed up for you guys. I think I'm doing 5 for the PDF digital, 10 for the paperback plus 5 for shipping, 20 for a signed copy with a personal message and so on. It's a wonderful story. I'm very, very proud of it. It's my debut novel, my first novel. A really shitty comic creator. His characters come to life. The narrator hates his guts. Shit gets crazy. It's got a lot of self-loathing, a lot of anti-suicide message in it. It's funny. It's sad. It's action-packed. It's an awesome fucking story. So look for the Kickstarter very, very soon. And again, for supporting me and supporting my projects, I love you guys. Be good.
So I love the energy of the creator there. Joe is awesome. Look at how well he's doing. He just did this. Like, I've done this. I've done like something where you're like, no matter what happens, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to offer it. I did that with my second Monsters book. I hadn't really had a huge, like, feeling that we're going to do a lot of business on it. It was definitely something I'd sell at the tables and people like it, but I also knew that some people might not necessarily gear towards it because the art choices we went with, which I'm proud of. But I understood that. So we had a low thing, but I did not do as well as this young man. And there's still time to back it. Get on with this, man. This is some great stuff. Unkillable Joe. And I love the fact that he's a comic book creator and that no one likes. So that's interesting. I dig it. So let's see what else I can dig into while we're talking about The Advocator. Welcome to next year, 2019. When The Advocator was live this Tuesday, we've kept up with it. We had a pretty good show. We wound up talking about a bunch of different things. It was kind of cool. I didn't expect to have the amount of people we did. Chuck came. No, wait, was it Chuck or was it? I've been on so many different things this week. I think that it was Chuck. Chuck came on with me, and we had a great show. We were talking about comics this weekend. Well, I just came up with a new show. I was like, let's talk about comics. So I'm really excited about this. My voice is getting a little dry, so gotta watch that just to not hurt the vocal cords again. But yep, check out The Advocator. Almost done. Crunch time. Ellie Azai has posted an update for his upcoming story, which is Leaders of the Free World. Beautiful variant cover for Grimoire 1. That's coming out soon. Stay tuned for more information. We have an open artist call. This I don't really know. This is from Sean Lee Wood. It was in our group. We put it on. I don't know a lot. I reached out. I never heard anything back from it. Read it. See if it's a good fit for you. If so, take a chance. Argo Comics Double Shot, now available in print and digital art on Indie Planet. So check that out. And Travis Gibb is taking over 2019. My goodness, does Travis Gibb have a lot going on. This man is going to stay busy. He's got a baby on the way. He's got project after project just hitting and hitting hard, making a difference. I am super proud of Travis. He's come a long way in a short time, and he's not going to go away. We're going to be talking about Travis into 2020, certainly. He's got some exciting projects. Of course, Dog Days is on Kickstarter. He's in 2 Kickstarters at once. Congratulations, my man. Pre-order or Ogre. I don't know why I say always org. Ogre, complete 3-issue miniseries and trade back. Super excited. Did a review of this book. Oh, my goodness. And speaking about, oh, my goodness, the Retro B wrestling horror comic Lucha Mystery is super fantastic. Absolutely love it. Some more stuff from Tainted Love. If you don't know Tainted Love. Tainted Love is just a song in my mind. Tainted update. They're getting there. They're creeping up to their goal. So we're gonna give you a look at this. We're gonna give you a look at this, and then we're gonna and as that loads, we're gonna talk about Live with the Advocator on Multiverse Maidens. That's right. We were talking about the Advocator, me, Chuck, and Travis. Oh, my goodness. It was like a wild show. Wow. That's all I'm going to say is wow. If you want to see us misbehaving, that's basically the show to go to. We apparently need to be watched. We're going to hire someone to babysit us when we're on shows from now on. But speaking of being babysitted, Netflix might need to be babysitted itself because it seems to be continuously borrowing from the indie comics community. So my boy, Victor Dandridge, decided, okay, cool. You're going to borrow from me. I'm going to borrow from you. He has turned Nick Cage's Netflix recently canceled Luke Cage comic series, Netflix original series into his multi-million-dollar commercial for The Samaritan. And oh my goodness, what an upgrade. Read The Samaritan. If you like Luke Cage, The Samaritan will blow your hair back. I'm telling you, man. This was a throwback thread. I'm not sure. I got to look at that. And I think that we're pretty much caught up. That was an entire page. We went through it, and you see how awesome this was. This was an awesome week. Our week started on what? Tuesday the 31st, right? Because I'm glad we went to the next page. There's some more stuff. We gotta keep going, man. Calling all steampunk peeps. Boston Metaphysical Society needs your help. It needs you to help get them the novel, best novel over at the annual Critters Readers Poll. Please take a moment and give Madeline Holly Rising the love she deserves by voting for her amazing project. Bandersnatched or nah. Victor Dandridge weighed in on the recent Bandersnatch situation and talked about how mainstream is making fan art of indie properties and how screwed up that is. What's not screwed up is Never Too Late by Victor Dandridge. And oh my God, did I love it. It was the sequel to The Trouble of Love, which was one of my favorite books, by the way. Every so often when I'm going through my books, I'll see it and I'll stop and I'll read it, or I'll pull it out so I can read it again. I loved it. Victor Dandridge can write. My goodness, am I jealous of that man. If I could only borrow his brain for a half an hour to write a great comic like his. And speaking of writing great comics, Make Better Comics with Josh Dahl, who was recently on our Let's Talk Comics show, which I think we're going to do again this Sunday. No format, kind of like the Advocator, except we'll even talk about pop culture. Why not? Once a week, we can just put our hair down and just have fun as nerds and geeks. Speaking of nerds and geeks, there's a lot of them in the creative power behind the Advocator Winter Edition. You guys got to check it out if you haven't. Please be my friend. Please back this amazing project. I really love it. I love what's going on with it. And then Chuck reviews Alex Priest 3. And then I know we did this on the news last week, so that's it. We're at the end of the news. It's been a great show. Now, normally on Thursday, we talk about the Comic-Con forecast. I will be doing, and this is just for you guys who are watching this. I'm not going to advertise it, but on this week, because the Comic-Con highway is going to be so boring, honestly it is, there's not a lot going on, so I'm going to be like bored by it because there's not. I can't talk about creators, and I don't even think there's anything on Convention C. I think we have one show on Convention C. Yep, one show in Maryland. Comic book and more show. It's one thing to talk about. My goodness, how boring would that be to just do that? The whole show just about talking about this one event, and maybe it's a great event. Maybe it's the event of the year so far. But even if it is, I'm used to talking about so much more, and I'm nervous just about right away because of their yeah, I don't know. This one might be a rough one, guys. This website is clearly not put together well. Oh, wait, maybe we got some dates. Okay, so they're going to have a couple shows. Okay, so they're in for the long haul. Excuse me, they're building something here. Excuse me for being so rude. And they got some dealer information here. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on this. Maybe it'll become something this year. But, all right, so instead of doing the regular, yes, I will post the link for it. I'm asked to post the link for the Advocator, which I just did in the chat room. And that was Sir Valerie who asked me. And so tonight or tomorrow, I'm probably going to film this tomorrow, considering there's nothing going on. And I believe they said that this is not supposed to hit till Saturday. Am I right? Is it Saturday, January? No, Sunday. So it's the 6th. So yeah, I'll film this tomorrow to rest my voice a little bit today. And because the reason I'm resting my voice is I actually want to talk about how to sign up for panels. What do you want to do for panels? How do you want to get, as someone who's done over 30 panels now, people are now asking me, well, you're always doing a panel. How did you do it? So on tomorrow, we're not even going to tell anyone. This is not going to be like a video where I actually label it as this. It's going to be hidden in the Comic-Con highway. And I might be doing this throughout the year. So you guys are going to have to start watching more videos, as we might covertly be giving some awesome information in the videos. But I'm giving you guys the tip right now that not only am I going to be at the Central Florida Comic-Con January 19th through the 20th, but I'm also going to be filming tomorrow's show with an emphasis on how to get into panels at local Comic-Cons and how you find them. What do you got to do? We'll take a look at that tomorrow. Shh, don't tell anyone. Just show up and learn. That's it for the news. My name is Mr. AnderSiN. We're wrapping up another great week of indie awesomeness. 2019 is here, and we have creators showing that they're going to be taking 2019 by the creative horns. This is me. Oh, perfect way to end. That's me, Mr. AnderSiN. That's my friend Josh Dahl. That's Chuck Pino. That's Travis Gibb. That's Raheel Mohsin. And that is Brian K. Morris. That is like a powerhouse banner. Check out my site at that's MRANDERSIN.com for all the things, to all the amazing things going on with the indie devil known as me. Check out my works and the places I'll be by subscribing today. And if you want to subscribe to my mailing list, by the way, because I know some people were asking about this last year, and I wanted to find an easy way for you guys to sign up for my mailing list. So I did that. I put it on my Facebook page. Oops. Excuse us. We got to get rid of some of that. You're not supposed to see those. I hate that Facebook does that. Like the minute I open up a thread, it does that. So, all right. So here you go. Go to Get Devilish Updates. And here you go. You can subscribe now to my mailing list, which will be starting in February of 2019. Thank you for tuning in. You're all awesome. Keep creating, keep reading, and keep being super awesome. And let's end the reboot culture in 2019.